Good morning students. Today we are going to cover from a topic from the paper 1, that is 301, unit 1, that is under the unit 1 you can find out a topic. The name of the topic is water treatment. Under this water treatment we can find out a small topic, softening is present. So today we are going to cover the topic, that is subtopic softening. Sometimes we used to say that the water is hard, or sometimes we used to say that the water is soft. So what is the main difference between the soft water as well as the hard water? First we used to understand the concept, that is the water hardness or the hard water. Why a water is said to be the hard water? When a water is normally contains certain metal ions that are dissolved in the groundwater or any type of water which is supplied to the public. These includes certain minerals of like calcium, magnesium, iron, sulfate and hydrogen carbonate. So you can say that these are the water or the sample of water which contains metal ions, and these are dissolved in the water, and because of the presence of all these ions the water is considered to be hard, and the water to be supplied to the public should not be very hard, though there is fear of no health hazards. So you can say that in this type of water there is no fear of health hazards, but it is undesirable as it leads to the following economic disadvantages. So you can say that besides the health effect, it can cause certain economic disadvantages, and that is should be considered, and so that the hard water should be converted into the soft water. Normally the hardness, the concentration of the calcium ions is greater than the concentration of any other metal ions in our water. So we used to say the water is hard because the concentration of calcium ions is more than that of the other metal ions. And water hardness is usually expressed in ppm, that is calcium carbonate in ppm. So this is said to be the water hardness. What do you mean by hardness? Hardness is nothing but it is due to the presence of certain metal ions of calcium, magnesium, iron, sulfate and carbonate. So why this hard water should be softened, or why this hard water should be converted into soft water? Because it affects the working of the dyeing system. So sometimes it affects the working of the dyeing system, and sometimes it also causes corrosion and incrustation. Incrustation means deposition in the form of crust or layers. So sometimes it causes incrustation inside the pipes. It is deposited in the form of a layer and stop the blockage of the water supply. So it causes corrosion as well as incrustation. Sometimes more consumption of the soap. This hard water, they consume more amount of the soap in the laundry work, and hence proves to be uneconomical for washing process of textile industry. And sometimes it increases the fuel cost also. It increases the fuel cost. Sometimes the use of this hard water makes the food tasteless. So whenever you are utilizing the water which is hard, it normally interferes with the taste. So it is tough or rubbery, makes the food tasteless, tough and the rubbery. Sometimes it provides the scales on the boilers and other hot water heating system. So because of all these reasons we can say that the water, it somewhere not affecting the health, but still somewhere it is affecting and the economic. So these are the disadvantages of the hard water, and so the water should be converted into the soft water. For potable water, it is desirable to bring down the hardness of water to about 5 to 8 degrees. So you can say that from 5 to 8 degrees, if a water contains if the water hardness is in between the 5 to 8 degrees, then it doesn't affect much more. But if it is less than that or more than that, then it is going to affect certainly. So the water having the hardness of about 5 degree, that is said to be the soft water. So if any water having the hardness of about 5 degree, then we used to say that it is a soft water. And if the hardness exceeds more than 8, if it is more than 8, then we used to say that so it is a hard water, and it gives an undesirable effects, like it improves the taste of the food. If the water is in between 5 to 8 degree, that is said to be the soft water, and it improves the taste of the food. It also includes the life of textiles. So though these 2 points are the advantages of the soft water. So you know that if a hard water, if a water is having the hardness in between 5 to 8 degree, then we used to say that it is a soft water. And what are the advantages? It improves the taste of the food. Next, it includes or increase the lifespan of the textile, and it makes the washing and cleaning very easy, and it saves labor, soap and other detergent also. So you can say that these four are the points, are the advantages of the soft water. So as water having hardness in between 5 to 8 is considered to be the soft water. The hard water, however, poses the following two advantages over the soft water. So till now we have seen the advantages of soft water, but still a hard water has certain advantages, and one of them is that it is not desirable to have very soft water for the drinking. It is not desirable to have very soft water for the purpose of drinking, because some quantities of calcium salts are required for the growth of human body, and which can be supplied by means of the hard water. So hard water contains certain amount of calcium which can be supplied by means of it, and especially in the case of children, and these calcium are required by the human body or certain children. So this is the advantages of the hard water. Next, one more thing is that soft water normally dissolves the lead more readily. Soft water, remember, soft water dissolves the lead more readily than the hard water, and hence there is less chance of lead poisoning with the hard water. So the water of, or you can say that, so the hard water, so the hard water, if consumed, there is a less chance of lead poisoning. But in case of soft water, there you can say that lead dissolves more readily, and if it is consumed, there is a risk of lead poisoning. So these are the two advantages of hard water. Rest of them, that these are the disadvantages of the hard water. So you can find out these are the advantages of the soft water, and these are the advantages of the hard water. Now coming up to the next topic, that is next subtopic, that is hardness. Here normally we can say that based on the type of water, we can say that the water can be divided into two, that is based on the hardness. Types of hardness, there may be two types, that is temporary hardness and the permanent hardness. So these are the two types of the hardness of water, that is temporary and the permanent. Normally the temporary is also known as the carbonate hardness. So temporary hardness is also known as the carbonate hardness, and it removed either by boiling or by means of adding the lime. So you can say that temporary hardness can be removed by means of boiling as well as by adding lime to it. So if you add lime or boil it, you can say that temporary hardness can be removed off. But how to remove the permanent hardness? So permanent hardness is also known as non-carbonate hardness, and it is mainly due to the presence of sulfate. Due to the presence of sulfate, chloride and nitrates of calcium and magnesium. This is calcium. So you can say that permanent hardness is also said to be non-carbonate hardness, and it is normally due to the presence of certain sulfates, chloride, nitrates of calcium and magnesium. And how the water softening treatments can be done in order to remove this permanent hardness. So there are certain methods by which we can remove the permanent hardness of the water, and this process is known as the water softening treatment. Means we are converting the hard water into the soft water by means of certain procedure or certain method. The first one is said to be the lime soda process, second one is zeolite process, third one is demineralization, fourth one is reverse osmosis. So we are going to discuss it one by one. The first process is the lime soda process. Here from the name itself it denotes that it is in this process the lime and the sodium carbonate so here lime and the sodium carbonate, or when used to say soda ash. So soda ash are used to remove the permanent hardness from the water, and the hardness is brought down to the level from 3 to 4 degrees. So by means of addition of certain sodium carbonate as well as lime, the hardness of water can be bring down to 3 to 4 degrees. And it does not interferes with the other compound. Normally the compound like calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide, calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide, I repeat, the compound like calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3, and magnesium hydroxide, which can be written as MgOH twice. These are insoluble in water and they can therefore be arrested in the sedimentation tank. So you can say that by adding the sodium carbonate or soda ash or lime and sodium carbonate, we can precipitate in the form of magnesium hydroxide and the calcium carbonate, and this precipitate they used to settle in the settling tank, and then it can be taken out by reducing the hardness of the water. Water softening treatment process also include the next method, that is said to be zeolite process. So zeolite process, this is also known as a base exchange or ion exchange process. So the zeolite are the compounds of aluminium, silica and the soda. They have got the excellent property of interchanging the bases, and they may be obtained from the nature also, and sometimes they may be synthetically prepared also. And the available zeolite which is present naturally, so naturally available zeolite, and it is almost in green in color. So available naturally available zeolite, it is green in color, that is why they are said to be the green sand. And the exchange value of the green sand is almost 7,000 grams to 9,000 grams of hardness per meter cube, hardness per meter cube of zeolites. So today we stop here. Tomorrow we are going to continue the same with the next other two processes. Thank you.